This is question 3 from paper 2-1 from the June 2020 exams from Cambridge International Education. You can find a link to an image of this question in the description below, and I recommend you trying the question before looking at my solutions. In this question they give us these two equations that define a parametric equation. So that's when they give you x in terms of some other number like t and y in terms of some other number like t. They want us to find the equation of a tangent to the curve at the point where t equals 0. So this will draw a curve. I don't know what it'll look like. It can look much more cooler in different shapes because it's parametric. But there is a point at time t. So even though this is maybe x, y here, we move along it at t. So it's actually moving along a curve. So at time t, which you can't see on this image, maybe it's right here, there's a tangent to the curve. That's what we need to find. So whenever you hear the word tangent and you have an equation, you should be thinking dy dx, because that's what will give us the slope. That's what will give us the slope at the tangent. Now we can't get dy dx, but let's look what we can get. Let me rub that out. We can get quite easily dx dt, so let's do that, because we're still thinking differentiation here. Differentiate e to the power of t. This is a fairly easy one to do. It's just e to the power of t. These are, we learn off how to do our exponentials. This just is the same. And how do we do this one? Let's see, the minus 2 is left where it is. And then it's e to the minus t. We leave that alone. We use the chain rule. And then we just have to differentiate what's up here. We pretend what's up here is just t. But now we have to deal with the fact that it wasn't. So we differentiate minus t. If it's minus 1. We multiply this by minus 1, which just makes a plus. So that's it. You should be able to do this in your head after a bit of practice. It might take a while now to start, but after a bit of practice it'll be quite easy. And dy dt, again, how do we differentiate? 3, leave it where it is. E to the power of 2t, doesn't change. That's the great thing about exponentials. But then we have to deal with what's up here. We differentiate what's up here, and it's 2. So we multiply that by 2. Actually, let me just write 6 in. 6, and then derivative of 1 is 0. Okay, so we have dy dt and we have dx dt, but we're really looking for dy dx. Now this question comes up pretty much every year, so you should get used to it. Dy dx is equal to dy d something divided by dx, the same something. So in this case, dt. So we can just put these together. Let's see. Oh, here's the top one. 6e to the 2t divided by e to the t plus 2e to the minus t. Now lots of questions revolve around this. In fact, I don't need to write all this out. I could have done this here because they tell us t equals 0. So let's just put t equals 0 in here. Let's see. 2 times 0 is 0. E to the power of 0 or anything to the power of 0 is 1. So 6 times 1 is 6. Bottom row, what do we get? We get e to the power of 0, 1. Let's write that in, 1. Plus, let's see, let's start up here. 0 minus 0 is still 0. E to the power of 0, 1. 1 times 2 is 2, so that's plus 2. So that's equal 6 divided by 3, which is 2. The derivative when time equals 0, when t equals 0, is 2. So that means the slope of the equation when t equals 0 is 2. So let's see, what else do we need? We need to find the equation. So we need to find out what point. Basically we need 2 points. We need a point and a slope. So we have the slope. Let's find the point out now. I was stalling there for a second because I hadn't thought, what do I do next? So how do I find the point? Well, I know t equals 0. So I know what x is. I just put t equals 0. I find out what x is. Let me just write it out here. X is equal e to the power of 0, 1, minus 2 times 1. So what's that? That's 1 minus 2. That's equal to minus 1. Let me do y a little quicker. That's 1, 3. 3 plus 1 is 4. The point is minus 1, 4. That's a point when t equals 0. That's the slope when t equals 0. So let's just use the equation, use the formula to get the equation of a line. y minus y1 is equal to m times x minus x1. Let's see, y minus y1 is 4, the point we know. The slope we know is 2 here. X minus minus 1. Minus 1 is plus 1. Alright, let's clean that up. We get y is equal to 2x. 2 times 1 is 2. Let's add 4 to both sides. We get 2 plus 4 is 6. Let's. How do I want this to look? Oh, they didn't tell us. That's good enough for me. That's actually that's the way I like to leave it. Y equals. I guess that's technically okay, but some people then like to put it as 2x minus y would equal minus 6. That's fine as well. I just like to leave y on its own here. Either of those are full marks. Okay, if you have any follow-up questions on this question, put them in the comments below and I'll do my best to answer them. Thanks for watching and have a great day.